Hi everyone, Kat Clausen here. I hope you're doing great. So when it's time for me to get inspired to start my next painting about Lincoln, I often like to look through this face of Lincoln. And this particular image popped out at me. I love this profile a lot. There is also another nice profile of Lincoln without a beard, but this one's got the beard. So I'm going to pick up the camera now and give you a little tour. Here we've got a 55-year-old Lincoln. It is February 9th, 1864. And Lincoln has made his way to Matthew Brady's photography studio in Washington, D.C. Now this image was used on the 1-cent piece, that copper penny that a lot of people call the lucky penny. You might even have one in your pocket now. So when I started this painting, I changed up things on the blue. I've got ultramarine. I had been using phthalo blue a great deal. Now I started with the eye and I created the face area in my ribbons of color style. That's the first style I ever developed and invented, and I've painted Lincoln here in it. I've used 2 different yellows. The ear also is done in ribbons of color. Then I moved over the next day and worked on the hair using a palette knife. I've got the ultramarine blue again showing up. Also on day 2, I did the coat. I rocked back and forth with my palette knife to create this effect. Sometimes I call this the coat of many colors effect. So day 3 rolled around and I thought, now what am I going to do with the background? The first background color I created for this painting on the palette was this color, fairly pale. I thought it looked quite nice against this area of the painting, but not so terrific right next to the yellow in the lighter areas. So on the palette still, I created the shade darker, which is what you see here. And then I went even further and put in some raw umber, which is a brown, and created a 3rd tone. And I'm trying to decide which color am I going to use for the entire background. And then I thought, well, you know, the background, the dark background color looks best next to the coat. The medium color background looks best next to the face, and the pale background looked best next to these tones in the hair. So as you can see, that's what I did. I started actually down here painting with the dark and then moved in with the medium shade and the light. And I'm just delighted with this painting. If you'd like to see some good views of it in its entirety, visit my website, which is below on the screen and in the description box. So there you have it, friend. Another new Lincoln. I am constantly inspired by my muse. Take care. I love you very much. And remember, it's always love.